Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the FM23 beta save. We've actually advanced 2 games into the season, but that's because we're starting with a banger. So we are starting our first series. The first game we're going to show on camera, it's El Clasico. Second game of the season in the league, and we've ended up against Barcelona. How perfect that was. Would have been even better if it had been the first game. But we also played a Super Cup. We've picked up our first trophy. I'm sorry I didn't get it on camera, but El Clasico really drew me in. So what happened in the first proper game of the season? We beat Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1, goals from Eden Hazard and Toni Kroos. Unfortunately, Modric picked up a bit of a nasty injury, so he's going to be out for a few weeks to start our season. However, we then opened our season with a 2-0 win against Real Betis on the first day of the season. Very nice. Vinicius Jr. and Benzema on the score sheet. And obviously, we've got El Clasico right now. La Liga. We are currently 7th. Obviously, we've only played one game. Barcelona opened their season with a 5-0 win. So, you know, little bit of nerves there. Just before we get too far into this, and before we go and have a look at our transfer, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are looking forward to FM23 content. And let me know what you think the score's going to be in this game against Barcelona. Before we do that, we've got a new signing to introduce to you. And his name is Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. I said I wanted a central midfielder. I went out and got one. Box to box. He's perfect for us. He can play the Mazzala role. He can play the advanced playmaker if we need him to. He's the perfect replacement for Modric and Kroos. We just need more depth as those guys retire. And then obviously further on, again, we still after a left back. That's still on the cards. We haven't got one yet, but they're going to be on the way. That is a promise. Sales wise, we haven't sold anyone as of yet. Just spotted these little graphs, the pie charts at the top, and I had no idea what was going on. It tells you Milinkovic-Savic was about 2/3 of the signings that we've made. That's a really nice little feature. No idea that was a feature at all. I've discovered it by accident, which is always nice. So we've still got 20 million to spend when we're looking for our left back. We're starting to get some options actually come through. And have to say, really like the new scouting system. So hopefully we'll soon have somebody come through that we can sign. We've still got a bit of time before the deadline day, so we're not in a drastic rush. But we do just want to get somebody over the line. But we need to make sure it's the right player. And hopefully this new scouting system is going to enable us to get the right player. But enough with the delays. Let's get into El Clasico. The first game of our FM23 beta save. The biggest game of a Real Madrid season. It's El Clasico. And in goal we've got Courtois. Right back we've got Odriozola. Militao and Rudiger are the centre-backs with Alaba at left-back. Then we've got Tchouaméni as the holding midfielder with Milinkovic-Savic making his debut alongside Toni Kroos in midfield. Hazard on the right, Vinicius Jr. on the left, and of course Benzema up front. Let's get into the game, head to the Nou Camp and see if we can upset some Catalonians. We've got an early highlight here, 7 minutes gone in the game, and it's Marcos Alonso stood over a free kick for Barcelona, goes for goal and hits the bar. Militao clears it away. That was a little bit close. We'd rather them not be doing that. Early on, it's been not a lot going on outside of that free kick from the looks of it, so hopefully we'll start to see some highlights going in our favour. Hector Bellerin has just gone off with a injury for Barcelona, and Busquets, surprise, surprise, has picked up a yellow card. Vinicius Jr. plays the ball through to Benzema, who's got past his man. Ter Stegen with a big save. That should be a goal in that scenario for me. Not the best of finishes from Benzema. Well, obviously not. He didn't score. We would have desperately like to see a goal there. Toni Kroos with the corner, sends it in, and it's headed away. Another corner kick now. Kroos sends it in. It's headed away by Araujo. Pedri nods it on again. Vinicius Jr. collects it as it bounces away and plays it across to Alaba. Back across to Odriozola. Kroos back to Militao. And he's going to push out of defence. Plays it to Odriozola. That's a poor pass. That's a horrendous pass from Odriozola, if we're being honest. Long ball forward is headed away by Rudiger. Milinkovic-Savic out to Vinicius Jr., who gets tackled, but we keep the ball. Alaba battling with Dembele down the left-hand side. Cuts inside to Benzema. Hazard shoots to Stegen with the save. Benzema finishes it 1-0 to Real Madrid in El Clasico. It was a very good save from ter Stegen. I can't deny him that. But he pushes it straight into the danger of the on-running Karim Benzema. You can't do that to the man who's just won the Ballon d'Or in real life. 1-0. We reach half-time. We're 1-0 up. We've had 7 shots and 7 on target. They've had 7 shots and 2 on target. So you'd expect us to be winning, given that's the case. And that's exactly what's happening. Tuchemani would like to play at a higher tempo. Maybe we can try and accommodate that. But at the same time, if it's only him, I suppose we'll play at a standard tempo for the second half. We might even go a little bit more direct, a little bit higher tempo. Because as they come at us, maybe we can hit them on the break and grab another goal. Courtois with a free kick from his own box. Plays it out to Alaba and then inside to Rudiger. Milinkovic-Savic picked up a yellow card just before half-time. Alaba cuts back and plays it back to Rudiger again. And this time, he plays it back across the defence to Militao and on to Odriozola. Brings it forward. Hazard through to Benzema. Big chance. Benzema 2-0. Just like that. We came out with an intention of being a bit more direct, a little bit higher tempo. And you can see that in the goal that we've just scored. We hit them out of nowhere. It just happens so quickly. Odriozola to Hazard. Pulls his man out. Benzema into the bottom corner. 2-0. Easy as you like. El Clasico. There's only one team that matters. First change of the game. Rudiger isn't fully match fit, so we're going to move Alaba into centre-back, and Rudiger's going to come off for Ferland Mendy. Corner kick now. Kroos sends it in. It's caught by ter Stegen. What's he going to do with it? Please don't be a Barcelona massive passing goal, because that would be very awkward at this stage. Sergio Roberto on the ball at right back. I do like the new animations that they've got going on. They're subtle changes, but it does look a little bit more like a realistic game. Ferland Mendy easily intercepts the long ball down the wing, and we play it out from the back. Militao back to Alaba, then a long ball forward to Christensen. That's needless. Hazard's got a foot in though, and it's still broke to them. Lewandowski with a shot, and I think that hit the post as it goes wide. It was the post, not a save from Courtois. And we're going to make another change at this stage. We'll bring Carvajal on for Odriozola. Milinkovic-Savic is going to come off for Valverde just because he's on a booking. Let's not risk anything there. And I think we'll leave it there. I think we get another 2 subs in La Liga at the moment, but we're going to save them for now. And a little bit later on, Camavinga is going to come on for Tuchemani and Vinicius Jr. coming off for Rodrigo. Have to say, as the game winds down, the man, the myth, the Benzema, 2 goals. Lewandowski, nowhere to be seen. I know he hit the post, but other than that, nowhere to be seen. There's levels to strikers, you see. And it goes Benzema, then Lewandowski. That is a fact. And now, this episode, it doesn't stop giving. We've got the Champions League draw. So here we are, the Champions League draw, the licensed Champions League draw. So let's get into it and see what comes up. So which team would you prefer in your group? Apparently our fans would rather Liverpool in our group than Copenhagen or Red Star. Okay, that's questionable. I'd rather have one of the easier teams, if I'm being honest. Oh my goodness, we get music and everything. I'm going to have to turn that off, unfortunately, because I can already see the copyright claims on my videos. Don't get me wrong. No, not copyright claims. I can deal with that because I'm not getting paid. Copyright strikes. That's your concern because I'll lose my channel. So we don't want that. Let's have a look at what happens here. So is there anything that I need to do now? Start draw. Let's go. So we've got the first team coming out of the hat is Bayern Munich. There's elements alike. There's elements I don't. That took a long time to do anything. So PSG are in Group C. Group D is ourselves, Real Madrid. Group E is AC Milan. Group F is Manchester City. Group G is Porto. And Group H is Eintracht Frankfurt. So the second seeds are up next. Out of this list, oof, not a lot that I'd like. If I could handpick, I'd say Leipzig or Tottenham, I think. Why are these like red ineligible team? Okay, so this is for Group A. Leipzig can't be in this group. Okay, that's fair enough. That makes sense. So Barcelona, join them. Atletico Madrid. Who's joining us? Leipzig, please. Juventus. That's a pretty big game. And then Porto and Tottenham, Frankfurt and Chelsea. Pot 3 is up next. So obviously we can't get... Can I click onto Group D? I can, but it doesn't reflect it. Out of this pot, we can get any team. Obviously, we'd like Dynamo Zagreb. Inter Milan go into that group. Napoli into Group B. Bayer Leverkusen into Group C. PSG, Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen. What a group that's turning out to be. Dynamo Zagreb, please. We get Sporting CP. That's not too bad. That's definitely a winnable game in my book. And Zagreb go into Group H. In the final pot, all we want really here is we just want to avoid Marseille and PSV, I'd say. Outside of that, I'm not too concerned about anyone. We get Celtic, so let's be honest. We can head off to Scotland and we can smack them about a bit. I'm not concerned. So Juventus, Sporting and Celtic are our group for the Champions League group stage. I think we can definitely finish in the top 2. I think we've got enough about us to finish top of that group. It's going to be between us and Juventus, you would expect. And I think we can get a win at home and a point away and come out on top of the group is what I would expect. And that is where we're going to leave it for today's episode. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to push on a little bit because I'm eyeing up. We've got Atletico Madrid and Sporting CP in the middle of there. So Atletico Madrid get another huge game on camera alongside El Clasico. What a way to start the series. El Clasico and the Madrid derby in back-to-back episodes. Yes, please. We'll have all of that. So that is the plan. Which of the Sporting CP games we come back for, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do Atletico first. Maybe we'll do Sporting first. We'll have to see. But if you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we can do in that Champions League group. Do you think we'll finish first or second? Or do you think we're going to have an absolute nightmare and get knocked out? Let me know down below. Subscribe if you're enjoying the FM23 content. Please do hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any future content that's going to come out. And thank you very much for watching.